There are future trends as simple as that. We are very much involved with national strategies in many countries on the blockchain, crypto, and digital economy, including the US. So we'll talk about it later.
Amazing, thank you.
Yes, my name is Anna Nalasic, and I'm the CEO of Vital, and the world's first hybrid Sharia compliant institution. I've been in crypto industry since 2015, and I've seen a lot of inefficiencies in the market. And one of my biggest allegations is the decentralization of cryptocurrency trading. So we've seen right now, majority of cryptocurrency trading today is not decentralized platforms, even though the full point of crypto revolution was decentralization, where users are in full control of their own funds. So with this control, we see a lot of regulations, and that's basically what we want to be talking about this topic of regulations, and which is actually in a way contrary to decentralization.
Yeah, thank you. So my question will be related to the current state of this landscape. What's going on at the moment? Revolution and all opens, ORAMs, Web3 payments, and do you personally use better on this area to link the payment habits many well and put it a share honesty related that increase the whole concept of decentralization and assets bargaining?
Regulation is a very topic of discussion in Web3. I think some people are going to be for regulation, some are not. For example, centralized crypto services already support some sort of regulation. Or true hardcore Web3 developers really only care about decentralization. So when it comes to regulation, I think it will be different laws in different jurisdictions. So it will be it won't be one size fits all approach. So I think you see China approaching crypto differently compared to US. So I think you'll continue to see that for many years to come.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we have to understand the foundation of the phenomenon. Well, I have a sentence called promises betrayed. There are many promises in the early time of the blockchain and in crypto that are betrayed. First of all, they are not just listen. Two, they were against government and against banking institutions. And they were going to create a new form of justice society, but they didn't. They became super rich and didn't care about others. That's why we have the phenomenon of FTX and others. So now it's a new generation, a new era. So in these there are players. The players are private, which were the bulk that created the blockchain, crypto, and digital. Then instituted, then government. These three players, and I gave this lecture 5 years ago at the opening remark of the Dubai Blockchain Summit. These three players must be in unison and unity. You cannot have one versus the other. And that is how the regulation comes in. If it was not regulated, it created really exaggerated, or we can say even illegal situations. For example, I'm the one who advised the entire FBI at SDC to take away bots and algorithm and bot from away from the market making. You can do it for analysis, but not for exchange. They are over-exaggerated. And so also the other one is that I always used to say, horizontal first, vertical second. That we don't take this industry to become crowd financing. First raise money, even promise some white paper that they never did. In fact, first you have to deliver, then raise the benchmark of value, which is the NIMTO. So I believe in the real assets and real operation or real value. It doesn't have to be asset. It could be value, but real. So on top of the value, you create a benchmark of the coin. This way, the force will not go up and then disappear, and in fact, unfurls. So you can call 95% of all the coins fake, and maybe even with genuine intention, but they never with the nigger. Whereas majority of them were scams to begin with anyway. We have to clean the industry and make it a new and mature industry. Why? Because now only 0.5% of the world is in Cuba. 99.5% of the world is not yet in Cuba. We are talking about mass adoption from the crypto market. We have to have mass adoption from the non-cryptocurrencies. That requires what we call regulation. The regulation is not to stifle, or in fact, when the US government came to me, they were asking, should we even just block the entire industry? I said, no, because the whole world we put stars. It's a mega macro wave. You cannot stop that macro wave. You cannot stop the Renaissance. You cannot stop the discovery of North American continent. You cannot stop the rise of China. You cannot stop now the rise of Africa. You cannot stop digital economy to go viral global. You can only monitor it and manage, not even control it. So the difference between regulation and control and stifling is very low. You have to manage it so that everybody plays on an equal and there's no exaggerated extremism into the society.
So you don't believe in self-government and decentralized government, and you're sure crypto industry doesn't require the external regulation?
The internal, so long as it becomes automatic, real, truthful, yeah, it can work on its own. And then the regulation from outside will be minimal. But if are going to exaggerate the experience and the populations are at a loss, as we see, especially the Chinese. Unfortunately, the China government managed well, but the Chinese blockchain started from the US and from Europe, you can say. It went global, but 80% of the industry was in China. And with the Chinese going to Korea, to Russia, to Iran, to there, Cambodia, 99% of them are totally scam. Okay? They raise, first, they use generic white paper, raise communities and money, and they disappear. Even up into the Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, everywhere these communities. They have come even to Dubai, but between them and now most of them are thought out. But yes, you have to have regulation, but not with the intention of control or oppression. So that's the balance.
Yeah, thank you. And now do you have something to add here?
Yes, regulation was always a sensitive issue in the crypto space. If you don't regulate it, there are going to be a lot of scams that we see right now. Now, if you over-regulate it, you're going to stifle competition, and all of those promising projects that have a lot of potential to actually revolutionize the industry, they're not going to come to light. So, one of the examples, as Mr. Farzam said, the trend in 2016 and 17, people basically just write a white paper, and because there was a lot of hype, investors for millions, and those projects have actually delivered. So that, and because of that, because of those projects, people lose faith. People lose faith in this promising industry. So one of the examples that we can say is actually full centralization obviously doesn't work as of right now. Sells you a mortgage or vehicle finance, FTX. FTX is a perfect example that centralization doesn't work. Now, as of right now, full decentralization also doesn't work. For example, fully decentralized platforms such as SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, and many other ones. There are billions and billions of dollars lost every year due to rug pulls, honeypots, or straight-out scams. Because those platforms are not basically regulated by anybody, nobody controls them. A lot of scammers would come over there, list their project, hype it up, and scam a lot of people. That is happening on an everyday basis. So one of the things that we gotta do is actually do whatever is best for the space, and that is actually take the middle approach. Take the way of actually not stifling competition, but also find a way to actually regulate it so there's all those scams actually weed it out.
Yeah, I'm agree with you, but also disagree because it's not just taxes and decentralized performance tools who got scammed all the time, because we've seen many bankruptcies and like $1 billion lost. People lost their savings many times. So it's not just about crypto space. Actually, traditional financial system abused as well as well.
The way to manage sensitivity is not by going after management, one by one case, or after exaggerated controlling systems. It's by monitoring. So, for example, the fund investor knows that I raise money, I have 20%. 2% management fee, 20% returns. Become very much spender, matured. But in this industry, any money raised, 1% is owned by the founder. No. You give a promise of white paper that 5% is mine. The rest of this is the community or the development or this and that. But they don't, so that's why you have to take the way, or they call it, either non-custodial as a solution or third-party. You don't need to own it in your own hands if you are raised points. So you don't raise money for yourself. You raise money for the whole community, that's why you need regulation. We don't decide the regulation. We can help with the legislation on the right based on what. Because regulation in the world is not yet being mature. So the U.S. still is working on the regulation 1 more year to become completed. And of course, U.S. will lead other countries, but independently, African countries are working on their own regulations and they don't know which sides to take out and what elements and the same. Dubai about the good because they are leading parts with the highest level of government on that. So there are Europe, some countries, the legislation and the regulation is more mature. Dubai is more mature. US is becoming now more mature. So the rest still farm.
Okay, let's jump to our initial topic because we moved a little from it. Do you guys think we really have to regulate the payments itself? Because what's the difference then between crypto industry and financial lends? If we have to apply, we have to pass KYC, we have to provide a ton of documents and basically write all the information about every step.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think crypto sells more than payments. So I think centralized crypto entities definitely need to be regulated if they handle, any sort of banks, any sort of funds, other people's funds. So, but when it comes to smart contracts, there's a lot the smart contracts can do that doesn't require outside regulation. For example, automated mortgage smart contracts. A lot of automation and should require regulation. Anything that doesn't meet, doesn't have payments, a payment structure in it. I think for custody, crypto custody services should definitely be regulated as well. But I think you'll find that, for example, crypto gaming, regulating, you're not regulating, Candy Crush, so why would you regulate, any Web3 game? So that's my take on this.
The regulation on money and its transfer should not and will not be micromanagement. Micromanagement is like every transaction you have to get permission. No. That's why I say modeling is the answer. If the modeling makes it fair, makes it transparent, makes it equal, and makes the institution who are the issuer are not see that there is no police and therefore it's appropriate to my own right. So long as that doesn't happen, they don't need to do my picture. So the whole idea of a regulation is the ecosystem and the atmosphere and the model of operation that creates this duality and a universal. Once that is there, you don't need, most of the systems are technology. Technology means information. Information means transparent. It means automatic. It means automatic by smart contract. It means by seamless. It means by basically by the AI. So all of these elements, if the AI is not, let's say, right, then yes, the money is. But it is really an entire regulation. So micromanagement, not like.
Don't you think we're already failed with it? Because we have federal rule now that basically restricts all the operations over 1K USD. So this is the micromanagement you're talking about.
Yeah, as the gay I said, over management or control or even stopping, that's not at all any. The whole community, like any community, let's say American US Chamber of Commerce, they have lobbying power. The whole crypto community has lobbying power in the formation of legislation. So who am I? I'm nobody. I'm one individual, but I'm advisor to many of these network systems. Why do I believe my knowledge and my solutions are of use to them? And they do it more balanced way, more healthy way. This way, neither this industry sleeps or dies out, nor is at the mercy of being scammed. So you are very correct. At this time, there is some places over-evaluated control, not even. Definitely, on the one hand, we have operator, work transparency, don't steal the monies of the masses because we are in the position that we can. At the same time, we help the governments to make the legislation sensitive. And sometimes they don't. It is very correct that they are over afraid or over somehow for purposes of controls. Like in the China case, is a purpose of control. They want currency of the national government digitalized. They want everything to be into their knowledge and information. That's why they go anticipation of blockchain. But in the US, I don't think the intention is like speculating and control. That's why they have been very sensitive. All depends also on the government's own attitude and their controls the amount under society or not.
Yeah, thank you. Adnan, can you add your take here?
Well, I just want to make one thing clear. Banks never like script. And they are never going to like it until they control it. And actually, the sad part is that's what we are seeing right now in the solar regulation. One of the examples is this. So we were in crypto, for the past couple of years. In 2017, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, one of the largest banks in the world, he publicly stated that Bitcoin is fraud, and he's going to fire anybody in his company who is caught trading Bitcoin. That's what he stated publicly. At the same time, his company was secret.
Yes.
That, but right now, what we are seeing right now is this. Morgan, they're basically acquiring blockchain patents. JP Morgan, they're having their own cryptocurrency trading desk. JP Morgan, they have their even own cryptocurrency. So that is what is happening right now. Basically, they are trying to take over everything and finding a way to control it.
Yeah, it's called that. They want the good of both. They are like in dichotomy. They are against crypto, but they themselves are isn't. For sure, the first group that is threatened is the banking, because it's the blockchain and crypto both
universal. The banking as we know it, we totally disappear. So with accounting, because everything is automatic, ledgers are automatically created. With AI, even auditing can disappear. So accounting is one of the areas that will disappear. Auditing to both degree will disappear. And of course, banking the way we know. And we have metaverse of banking. With that, the banking doesn't need to have physical banking. I'm not saying the banking system will disappear, but the form of it different. So, but they don't need to fear or worry. Like the same as the oil and gas confination. Saudi, the biggest oil country, is actually the forefront of alternative energy, renewable energy. So why don't you be the promoter of blockchain and digital currency? And if it yours, but don't spike from the other place. That's why there must be a uniform, what they call a balanced midway. I always believe in hybrid system, a hybrid between classic banking and digital banking, classic assets and digital assets. For example, in African nations, you have the earth. Under it, you have all the land and the riches of all the mines. Above it, you have agriculture. So, resource bank. The resource bank is a physical resource, but then it can become on blockchain. It can become logged in, monitored, and therefore inventory taken. So everything that is under the ground, just like exploration, can be proven results very accurately. Therefore, they can become economic paper. Therefore, they can be voted and turned into cash. So then you don't need to stifle it. You just promote it. So I believe that the industry has the greatest future from 0.5% to 99% of anything that is valued will be digital. Whether physical, tangible, or intangible. The whole humanity is a power of calculation. Remember, it is computing. The more you have power of calculation automatic, then it creates the transparency. It creates the, what I call decentralization. The world is pushed by the arrow of imperative to become decentralized and to become decentralized. Nobody can expect it. But in the meanwhile, it is imbalance. In the meanwhile, they have to be more aware. First, the non-crypto community, a large number of them should come in and not pay the crypto. Then the coins that are issued from false one, from to really scam ones to become really backed by assets or appraisals or buy. And the promises of white paper, first at least deliver 30%, 20% before using. Don't take it as profit. So the people to be blamed with are not the governments or the regulators, are actually the players in the industry who move too fast without any management or control, and they created an excuse even to the institutions and to the government to try to stifle. Now we don't want. We want a balanced, mentally interplay and hybrid. If that happens, then everybody wins.
Yeah, but from the other side, institutional adoption takes a lot of time. So even I remember one day we'll probably will see this hybrid speed between DeFi, TradFi, it will take a lot of time probably. So we have 3 more minutes. So my last question is, how do you think can we finally see like the global framework for payment regulation to Web3, or every country or middle year creating its own rules?
Yeah, and so I think we will want to see a universal, framework of regulations for cryptocurrencies, simply because of, differences in geopolitical meanings and, ideas, of course, so it's hard to come up with one universal, structure to regulate crypto. But what I see happening at different countries, as we've seen in the past, El Salvador took a different approach compared to US and Europe. So I think they need to see different regulation are involved.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, when you think about it, crypto is already globally vibrated. Any cryptocurrency project that is decentralized it is actually governed by a group of nodes, not located in one place. So in a way, when you're thinking about it, that is in a way regulation. So each node cannot actually control until the rest of the nodes agree. Okay, so but to actually understand that the future of crypto regulation, we have to understand where we used to be. The crypto started by a group of nerds and crypto anarchists who wanted change. It started in around 2008, 2009, after the global collapse. So obviously, one of the contributors to that were banks and big institutions. So now, all those people who fully supported it, those people who fully believed it, those people who fought for it, right now, all of those big institutions are coming in and saying, okay, now it's our turn to take over, you can take a hike. And I could tell you this, no matter what they say, and no matter what they do, crypto is here to stay.
First of all, crypto and blockchain don't need to be. The blockchain doesn't need to be regulated. It's the issuers that often go to the extremes. So it's a regulation over the oversight of people. Otherwise, the technology is very unbiased and very fair and very transparent. And as you said, many nodes, so it is consensus. So it is not the technology that needs to be regulated, it's the issuers and the users.
Yeah, there will be always, we'll see bad players in the going towards the same situation with 90s within the very beginning of the internet. And many people were asking the government to regulate it or like ban it or something, but the internet is here to stay. So probably would say the same. Thank you guys for great discussion.
Totally. Thanks so much.